We're going to start lesson 6, which is looking at the players and two soliloquies, actually two of the most famous soliloquies. Oh, what a rogue and pleasant slave am I, and to be or not to be. So this is quite an important lesson. The players have arrived. Hamlet is just closing his conversation with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Gentlemen, you are welcome to Elsinore. You are welcome. But my uncle, father, and aunt, mother are deceived. Remember, he's interrogated them to figure out that they're here to spy on him. These demeaning, incestuous, maybe, phrasings are pretty striking. What are they wrong? What are they deceived in? I am but mad. North-northwest, when the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. This is a really odd and strange phrase, and it's been much discussed as a kind of aspect of like just nonsensical kind of madness. But actually what really, these are two different types of hunting birds. And I think there's something I read about just the direction of their hunt. But really essentially, he's saying, I can tell the truth from something fake. I can tell one bird from another. I'm not actually crazy. I know the difference. I know the difference. I can tell. I can perceive. Perceive is better than know. I can perceive and determine difference. I can see you, essentially. I know you. I know you. I know what you are. My lord, I have news to tell you. My lord, I have news to tell you. When Roscius was an actor in Rome... it's funny you should mention actors. The actors are come hither. Buzz, buzz. He's just playing. Mocking. Just teasing him. Upon mine honor, then each actor on his ass... And then Polonius talks about the players who are here. And this is a really famous moment because he talks about genre and how they're the greatest actors in the world, these actors, either for tragedy and comedy, which is classic history, you should know, pastoral, those stories in the country, pastoral comical comedies in the country, historical pastoral histories in the country, tragical, historical, tragic histories, tragical, comical, historical, pastoral. That's a really hilarious one. What would that look like? Scene Individable or Poem Unlimited, which a lot of people like. I mean, maybe that might be Hamlet itself, a Poem Unlimited. Seneca cannot be too heavy, Plautus too light, for the law of writ and the liberty there are the only men. These are the thing I just want you to notice here is just genre and genre bending and Shakespeare's awareness of theater. I mean, it's him looking at his own profession. These genres are so arbitrary, and Polonius is such a fan of theater, as you'll see. He's really trying to show off his knowledge. So the players come on, and they're amazing, and they're fun, and Hamlet loves them. He really loves playing. This is passage 2 from Act 2, Scene 2. And he asks the main player to play a speech that he heard him speak once, but it was never acted. And it wasn't, but maybe once. Because the play, Please Not the Million, 'twas caviar to the general, that's good. But it was, I received it, and others whose judgment in such matters cried in the top of mine. So even though the public wasn't loving it, it was a specialized taste. And well digested in the scenes, set down with as much modesty as cunning. One speech in it I remember, I loved it. It was Aeneas' tale to Dido, and thereabout of it especial, where he speaks of Priam's slaughter. If it live in your memory, what a wonderful, wonderful, think now. actors have whole plays and worlds in their memory, begin at this line, let me see. And he tries to remember it. And here comes Hamlet acting, okay? Here's Hamlet performing. But he's formally performing, whereas up until now, he's just the rugged Pyrrhus, like the Hyrcanian beast. No, it's not. And he gets it wrong. But it is funny that it's like a hunting lion. See, what's happened to Pyrrhus is that his father's been killed, and he wants revenge. And so it's interesting for me and for all of us, I guess, that Shakespeare, this is in his mind, and he wants to see this performed, and how in performing the revenge, he can kind of experience it again. Instead, he gets the line right. He reminds it, he's the rugged Pyrrhus whose sable arms. He's not a Hyrcanian beast. He just has black arms, and he's black to his purpose. Before I read any more, this is poetic drama or storytelling. This is not like the play you're watching called Hamlet by William Shakespeare. This is a play, a kind of fictional play, or we don't have a copy of this play, I guess, of a story from Virgil's Aeneid. And it's a very old style. And it's from a time gone past, an old type of drama, a poetic drama of imagery and storytelling and tension. And Hamlet loves it, maybe for its language play, but maybe it's also its drama. So here he is covered in blood, okay? Baked with, impasted with the patching streets that lend a tyrannous and damned light to their lord's murder. Roasted in wrath and fire, and thus oversized with coagulate gore. Wow, that's an image. Eyes like carbuncles, the hellish Pyrrhus, old grandson Priam seeks. It's interesting that just as he sees the person who's killed his father, he asks the actor to take over. Actor, take over. Actor, take over the revenge almost. Much can be said about what the purpose of this is. It could be an aspect of Hamlet's love of the theater. It could be Hamlet's love of language. It could be all sorts. But here, for sure, it's the performance of this revenge that seems interesting. Polonius, always the critic. He's so hilarious. He comments, "Oh yeah, you spoke really well, and with good accent and good discretion." Always the critic. The literary critic, the acting critic, always there as Polonius. So he takes over the player, and he takes his sword, but he misses. Okay, he misses. He's too short. And it lies where it falls. So I guess in the floor, and it won't move. He's missed. He's going to mess it up. Unequally matched. Pyrrus and Priam. Priam drives. Oh, hold on. Striking too short at Greeks. Sorry, it's Priam that misses. And Pyrrhus comes at him hard. And he strikes wide. He misses too. But with the whiff and wind of his fell sword, the unnerved father falls. Oh, that's it. He's coming. He's the unnerved father, Priam, is falling. Then senseless Ilium, seeing to feel this blow with flaming top, stoops to his base, and with a hideous crash, takes prisoner Pyrrhus's ear, cuts off his ear. And the sword, which declining on the milky hand of Reverend Priam, seemed in the air to stick. Now this is really interesting. There's a pause. It's frozen framed. And like a painted tyrant, we're going to get that language. Pyrrhus stood, and like a neutral to his will and matter, did nothing. He just stood there. But as we often see against some storm, a silence in the heavens, the rack stands still, the bold wind speechless, and the orb below, as hush as death, anon the dreadful thunder doth rend the region. Extended metaphor. So after the pause, his vengeance sets him to new work. This is precisely what Hamlet seemingly cannot do. And it fell. His bleeding sword falls on Priam. Out, out, thou strumpet fortune, you prostitute fortune. There's no more fortune. It's revenge. No chance. Not chance. All you gods in general, see no, take away her power, bring all the spokes and fellies from her wheel, and bowl the round nave down the hill of heaven as low as the fiends. There's no more chance. This is true revenge. Polonius, this is too long. Look, you go get your beard cut, you loser. You wanna dance, which is what happens at the end of a play, or you want a dirty, sexy tale. Okay, you don't want something serious. Come on, get to Hecuba. Again, it's what I think is interesting. He interacts a lot with his version of theater. It's not just this passive act, and you'll see it also in the play. Within the play, he's directing. He's directing. He's telling them what to do. And here comes the queen, the mobled queen again. The critic. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, I like that part. And here comes the wife of Priam, and she wishes she could have fought in chance, and she wishes she could do something, and she's just weeping the instant burst of clamor that she made. She comes barefoot. She is just broken. Unless things mortal move them not at all, would have made milch the burning eyes of heaven and passion to the gods. Here comes a wife weeping for her murdered. Okay, fine, he's a soldier, maybe not murdered husband. And crucially, the actor playing is so moved, the actor is moved to tears. His color is turned, he's got tears in his eyes. And Polonius, quite tenderly, for me actually, says, okay, stop, let's stop. It's too much. Now, what's happening here? It seems that the performance of the actor, fiction, things that don't exist, has caused him to actually start to cry. And it makes me think about actors and performing and authenticity, and what does it mean to actually go through these emotions? What does it actually mean psychologically to go through them? And here we have maybe Shakespeare in this play thinking through, as he does in a number of his different plays, his own profession. What does it mean to be an actor? What does it mean to play? What does it mean to become something else? And this reflection is what will animate the big soliloquy that we're going to look at in the next video.